ability to adjust to new situations and become better with each bout is one of the most outstanding parts of his professional boxing career. He began as a fighter with a limited amount of experience, but he has shown extraordinary development in a very short amount of time. His success may be attributed in large part to his unwavering commitment to training, as well as his eagerness to gain knowledge from his past errors. The way that Paul fights is one that is both forceful and unrelenting. He's not hesitant to use his raw might against his opponents and boasts a high level of physical prowess. His ability to throw powerful strikes and leave his opponent stunned and confused has been shown by the fact that he is won by knockout on many occasions. The amount of attention that Jake Paul's bouts gets from the media is another issue that cannot be ignored and must be taken into consideration. There is little question that his prominence as an influential figure on social media has played a part in the enormous amount of buzz around his matches. Not only has this increased visibility helped his career, but it's also attracted greater attention to the sport of boxing as a whole. Analyzing the differences in Jake Paul and Andre August's workout routines. When it comes to their respective workout routines, Andre August and Jake Paul are poles apart from one another. Jake Paul, who is well known for his impact on social media, has successfully used this popularity to propel his boxing career into the public eye. Even though it's strenuous, his training regimen is largely centered on creating excitement and garnering attention from the media. Paul often takes videos of his workouts and sparring sessions and uploads them on YouTube for his millions of fans to watch. It is possible that this strategy may assist him in growing his brand and garnering attention, yet there are those who believe that it diminishes his level of concentration and devotion to the sport. On the other hand, very little is known about the workout routine that Andre August follows. In contrast to Paul, August would rather keep his workouts secretive, out of the prying eyes of the press and away from any other spectators. His method is more traditional, placing an emphasis on the need for discipline and toil. It is common knowledge that August spends a significant amount of time in the gym working on perfecting his technique and bringing his physique up to its full potential. Although both competitors are obviously dedicated to their trade, it is evident that their training regimens reflect the different aims and priorities that each of them has set for themselves. It's possible that Jake Paul's preparation is more focused on promoting himself, while Andre August's training is geared towards making him a strong opponent inside the ring. It would be fascinating to watch how their unique methods of training affect how they perform on the night of the fight, as they get ready for the upcoming battle they both have scheduled. Why Andre August's strategy might be Jake Paul's downfall. The skill that Andre August has is formidable, and it has the potential to be Jake Paul's downfall in the next boxing bout between the two of them. August's honed technique and talents make him a difficult opponent, despite the fact that Paul may have achieved popularity and reputation due to his online presence. The boxing technique that August employs has the ideal combination of power, delicacy, and defensive mobility. He has perfected his trade by devoting endless hours to the practice and is always pushing the boundaries of what his body is capable of. The steadfast concentration and resolve with which August approaches everything sets him apart. It is impossible to understate his level of mental fortitude and his capacity for bouncing back from adversity. This frame of mind will definitely prove to be an important factor in the fight he has scheduled with Jake Paul. On the other hand, Paul fights in a manner that is vicious and unrelenting, relying on his physical force to win the match and dominate his adversaries. However, this might be a disadvantage for him when he goes up against someone like August, who has the ability to adjust and capitalize on his shortcomings. In the ring, August has a major advantage thanks to his technique, which, when paired with his dogged work ethic and unyielding drive, provides him an edge over his competition. It's essential that we should not miss the powerhouse that is Andre August, despite the fact that Jake Paul may have a greater fan base and get more attention from the media. Predictions for the fight between Andre August and Jake Paul. Fans and boxing experts alike are itching to weigh in with their predictions for the upcoming boxing contest between Andre August and Jake Paul, which is sure to be a fight to remember. It would be dangerous to overlook Andre August's potential in this fight, despite the fact that Jake Paul may have the benefit of a bigger fan base and more attention from the media. Many people believe that Jake Paul will be put to the ultimate test in this bout, as Andre August has a level of talent as well as a degree of dedication that just cannot be ignored. A substantial edge in the ring for August is afforded to him as a result of his honed technique and unrelenting work ethic. Because of his ability to not only deliver powerful punches but also demonstrate deft defensive maneuvers, he is a very dangerous opponent. Despite the fact that Jake Paul has made major strides in his boxing career and boasts raw strength, Many industry analysts feel that August's well-rounded skill set and flexibility will be the factors that lead to Paul's downfall. The mental toughness and resiliency of August, along with the precise technique he has the ability to cause an upset in the world of boxing. It is essential to keep in mind that forecasts are nothing more than guesswork, and anything might take place inside the ring. Nevertheless, one thing is certain. The battle between Jake Paul and Andre August is building up to be an explosive and exciting confrontation that fans won't want to miss. And that wraps things up. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Please hit the subscribe button and we'll see you in the next one. The boxing world as a whole can barely control its excitement as one of the matches that's been talked about most lately draws closer. On the one hand, we have the divisive YouTube sensation turned boxer Jake Paul, who is notorious for his brazen trash-talking and overpowering performances in the ring. Andre August, on the other hand, is a relatively unknown but strong adversary who has been practicing in the background in anticipation of this moment. Thus, keep watching this video to find out why Jake Paul's match against Andre August could be closer than you think and who will come out on top. Acquiring an understanding of the force that is Andre August. In the realm of boxing, there are often unsung heroes who make their way out of the shadows to shock each and every one of us. Andre August is one of these diamonds in the rough. He's a powerhouse that Jake Paul needs to be very worried about. The fact that August does not have the same degree of notoriety as his rival does not change the fact that he has a level of expertise and dedication that cannot be ignored. Andre August has spent countless hours perfecting his trade and hushedly getting himself ready for this very point in time. His love for the sport is seen in the hard training routine he follows and the time and effort he puts into perfecting his technique. August is known to test the limits of his physical capabilities on a regular basis, as he is always working toward the achievement of new goals and going above and beyond his own standards. But August's reputation for hard effort isn't the only thing that sets him apart as a formidable opponent. His boxing technique is the epitome of how force and grace can harmoniously coexist. August is capable of delivering crushing strikes and has a good awareness of defensive positioning at the same time. Because of his adaptability, he's able to adjust to any circumstance that may arise in the ring and capitalize on the flaws of his opponent. Andre August's continuous concentration and commitment are what set him apart from the other competitors. He's driven to attain greatness by an unquenchable fire that burns inside him. In a nutshell, Jake Paul is making a huge mistake if he thinks he can beat the behemoth that is Andre August. Because of his dedication, talent, and unflinching drive, he is a very dangerous adversary. Expect fireworks to ensue when these two competitors enter the ring together, as August is looking to build a name for himself, and maybe send shockwaves across the boxing world. An examination of Jake Paul's boxing career up to this point. Jake Paul's boxing career has been a whirlwind, both in terms of achievement and the controversy it's generated. Since making his debut in 2020, he has swiftly established himself as a prominent figure in the world of boxing. He's amassed a sizable fan base and is responsible for a considerable level of anticipation around his fights. There is no doubt that Paul has shown that he's a strong competitor, despite the fact that some detractors may say his adversaries have not been very difficult. Jake Paul's ability to adjust to new situations and become better with each bout is one of the most outstanding parts of his professional boxing career. He began as a fighter with a limited amount of experience, but he has shown extraordinary development in a very short amount of time. His success may be attributed in large part to his unwavering commitment to training, as well as his eagerness to gain knowledge from his past errors. The way that Paul fights is one that is both forceful and unrelenting. He's not hesitant to use his raw might against his opponents and boasts a high level of physical prowess. His ability to throw powerful strikes and leave his opponent stunned and confused has been shown by the fact that he is won by knockout on many occasions. The amount of attention that Jake Paul's bouts gets from the media is another issue that cannot be ignored and must be taken into consideration. There is little question that his prominence as an influential figure on social media has played a part in the enormous amount of buzz around his matches. Not only has this increased visibility helped his career, but it's also attracted greater attention to the sport of boxing as a whole. Analyzing the differences in Jake Paul and Andre August's workout routines. When it comes to their respective workout routines, Andre August and Jake Paul are poles apart from one another. Jake Paul, who is well known for his impact on social media, has successfully used the